memorized your moods like lines. Read the room before you spoke. I held your bad days gently, like they were something I broke. I noticed every little shift, every silence, every pause. I learned your way before you fell, and caught you before you asked. You never saw the ways I stayed when it would have been easier to leave. I loved you in ways you didn't notice, in quiet rooms and borrowed time. I gave you parts of me so slowly, you never saw them go missing from my life. Loved you in ways you didn't notice, like holding us together alone. I was breaking behind the curtain while you thought we were finding home. I softened every edge I had, so you'd never feel the blame. I turned your doubts into my fault and called it understanding your pain. I learned to need you quietly to not ask for too much back. I stayed invisible on purpose just to keep what we had intact. You thanked me for being easy, never for being true. I loved you in ways you didn't notice. I showed up where no one could see. I kept us alive in the silence while you were drifting from me. I loved you in ways you didn't notice, and maybe that's why it hurt to give everything without being chosen. To love you more than I was worth. Loving you was a language, I spoke it fluently alone. You heard the parts that sounded simple, missed the meaning in the tone. I loved you in ways you didn't notice, and I don't know if that's my fault. I thought love meant being selfless, not disappearing altogether. I loved you in ways you didn't notice, but I felt every goodbye in the space where I kept giving, and you stopped even trying. Maybe one day you'll remember all the love you never saw. I stopped asking where you were going, so it wouldn't sound like fear. I packed my questions in the silence and left them right here. I noticed you pulling away before you said a word, so I learned how to stand still and not be hurt. I didn't fight the distance, I just let it be. I made room for you to leave, even though I wasn't done. I cleared the space around your name so you wouldn't feel the weight of love. I made room for you to leave and called it understanding, but it felt like breaking slowly while you were landing. I folded us into smaller days so you wouldn't feel trapped. I turned my knees needs inner patience and left them unpacked. You said you needed time alone, I gave you all of mine. I stayed quiet in the corner of the life that used to be mine. I told myself this was love, not loss. I made room for you to leave. I didn't beg, I didn't plead. I loved you gently on the way out, so you wouldn't see me bleed. I made room for you to leave, while my heart stayed behind, trying to understand how letting go can still feel unkind. Maybe love isn't holding tighter. Maybe it's knowing when to step aside. I just didn't know it would feel like losing you in real time. I made room for you to leave, and that's how I survived. I kept my voice calm and steady while something in me died. I made room for you to leave, but I won't disappear too. I can't accept the ending quietly without losing all of me to you. I didn't stop loving you, I just stopped standing in the way. With a practice lie, say I'm okay, I'm doing fine. I laugh right on time, I know the cue. If they don't look close, they won't see through. I fold my pain in the smallest shape, tuck it away where it won't escape. I've learned how to breathe with a heavy chest and call it calm and call it rest. If you ask me how I've been lately, I wouldn't know where to start. It's easier keeping it surface level than handing you my heart. I smile so you don't ask what's breaking under my skin. I hold it together in public and fall apart. And I'm in and I fall apart when I'm in. I smile so you don't ask what keeps me up at night. I look so strong in the daylight, but I'm losing the fight, losing the fight. I answer text with a little heart, like nothing's tearing me apart. I say all good, I say don't worry, like pain's just something temporary. My mirror knows what my mouth won't say, sees the cracks I hide every day. I'm tired of being the easy one, who's always fine, who needs no one. I know you think I'm unbreakable, I let you believe it's true. It's safer than letting you notice how much I'm losing you. I smile so you don't ask why my voice shakes when I'm alone, why silence feels so violent in an empty room. Cold home and in an empty room. Cold home. I smile so you don't ask why my eyes look tired tonight. I look so calm on the outside, but I'm barely alright. Barely alright. If I told you the truth, would you stay? Or would it scare see. So you wouldn't feel small. Swallow my knees just to keep us at all. I bent every rule I had to learn to defend. Calling it love, calling it giving. I stayed calm when you pulled away. Said it was fine, gave you space. I learned how to hold my breath so you could breathe, so you could rest. You never asked me to change, I just did it anyway. I stayed too soft for you, loved you the careful way. I made myself smaller so you'd never feel the weight. I stayed too soft for you, well you needed something wild. I was breaking quietly just to see you smile. Silence like it was kind. Told myself patience just takes time. I forgave things you never named. Carried the blame so you wouldn't feel shame. You said I was easy, you said I was safe, but safe started sounding like replaceable space. You wanted fire, you wanted control. I gave you my heart, you wanted more. I kept choosing peace over truth and losing pieces of me to you. Too soft for you, I love without a fight. I dim my edges down just to fit your life. I stay too soft for you, you wanted more than care. I gave you everything, you barely met me there. Maybe love isn't supposed to hurt this slow. Maybe being gentle isn't something I should outgrow. I thought if I stay kind enough, you'd stay too. I stayed too soft for you, and it cost me who I was. I confused being patient with giving too much. I stayed too soft for you, but that doesn't make me wrong. I just loved you honestly for too long. So if I harden a little now, please know I stayed too soft for you and learned how to say goodbye. I used to rehearse every feeling so it wouldn't sound like blame. I'd explain myself in circles just to keep you comfortable with my pain. I learned the right tone, the right timing, how not to ask for too much. But something in me got tired of begging to be understood. You weren't listening closer, I was just speaking less. I stopped explaining myself to you, not out of spite or pride. I just realized being clear wasn't keeping you on my side. I stopped explaining myself to you when words stopped changing a thing. I chose my peace over proving what I already knew I meant. You said I'd changed, I'd gone quiet, like distance came out of nowhere. But I was still right here, just unpacking my heart for you to stare. I answered shorter, slower, not because I didn't care, but because I learned the difference between love and being there alone. I kept thinking if I said it better, you'd finally hear me. I stopped explaining myself to you when I felt small every time I tried to translate my feelings into something you like. I stopped explaining myself to you and something finally clicked. I don't owe clarity to someone choosing not to meet it. This isn't me giving up, this is me letting go of the need to be understood by someone who already knows. I stopped explaining myself to you, and I feel lighter now. I don't need permission to trust what I feel out loud. I stopped explaining myself to you, and that's how I stay kind to the parts of me that matter, even when you wouldn't try. I didn't stop covering, I stopped overgiving. You were sitting right beside me, but you felt 1,000 miles. Your eyes were always somewhere else. I stayed and read between the lines. I learned the sound of empty words. I felt your silence before you spoke. You were already letting go while I was still learning hope. I held you like you might return if I stay careful enough. I was gentle where you were gone, soften all the empty space. I gave you love you couldn't feel, I held a place you couldn't stay. I was gentle where you were gone, I tried not to ask you to be near. I kept loving the shape of you after you disappeared. I turned your distance into calm, told myself this was okay. I spoke for both of us at times just to keep the quiet safe. You said you needed time alone, I gave you all of mine. I stayed and warmed the room while you were already leaving behind. I thought if I stayed soft enough, you'd come back to me again. I was gentle where you were gone, careful not to make fit. I was gentle where you were gone, and it slowly broke me down. I gave tenderness to emptiness until there was nothing left now. I was gentle where you were gone, but gentleness needs a place to land. I deserve the heart that stayed, not just the outline of your head. Stop being gentle with the silence and started being honest with myself. We still talk like nothing changed. Same old jokes, same routines. But something in between our words started wearing thin. We didn't fight, we didn't scream. Shattered doors, no broken ground. We just stopped reaching at the same time and didn't make a sound. It wasn't sudden, it wasn't loud. It was slow enough to doubt. We didn't break, we thinned out like a picture left in the sun. We faded in the places where we used to be one. We didn't break, we thinned out till love felt paper thin. Still standing in the same room, but barely holding in. Your hands still fit inside of mine, but not the way you used to. I stopped telling you everything, you stopped asking me to. We stay polite, we stay calm, like calm could save the truth. We kept calling it getting older instead of losing you. I felt it slipping every day, but didn't know what to say. We didn't break, we thinned out in 100 little ways. We traded depth for distance and called it growing pains. We didn't break, we thinned out, no reason I can name, just less of what we were before, still wearing the same name. Maybe love doesn't always shatter. Maybe it just erodes like water on a coastline, taking pieces no one notices go. We didn't break, we thinned out, and that's what hurts the most. There's nothing I can point to, nothing to fix, nothing to close. We didn't break, we thinned out till holding on felt wrong. We didn't lose each other suddenly, we just didn't last that long. There was no moment it ended, just a moment I knew. I stepped closer every time you paused, close the gap you never crossed. I learned you're quiet like a rule. Try to be gentle, try to be cool. I reach for you in smaller ways. Late night drives, familiar names, but every inch I moved your way, you felt further than yesterday. I kept calling it patience, stopped asking what I felt, started asking who you'd be. I softened questions in my mouth so they wouldn't sound like blame. Even when I said your name, it didn't land the same. I stayed careful not to need too much and lost myself instead. You fell further every time I tried to love you out loud. I kept lowering the bar till I couldn't see it now. You fell further every time I tried to keep us in the frame. I was holding on to hope, you were letting go of names. If I loved you any quieter, would you have stayed? If I asked for less of you, would it still feel this way? We were standing in the same room, living miles apart. You fell further every time I tried, and that's when I finally knew you can't make someone closer if they're already leaving you. You fell further every time I tried, so I let my hands fall down. I stopped chasing what was fading and listened to the sound. Loving someone must appear one step at a time. You were sweeter when I wasn't there. Kinder over calls you didn't answer. You held me better in theory than you ever did in the room. You missed me most when I was quiet, loved me best when I asked for less. I learned to disappear politely so I wouldn't make a mess. You said you liked how easy I was. I was just getting smaller. You loved me best at a distance, when I didn't need too much, when I stayed out of the picture and softened every touch. You loved me best at a distance, when I wasn't asking why. I was easier to hold in absence than right by your side. You leaned into me emotionally, only when I wasn't around. You said you missed who I used to be before I needed you now. I try to love you in your language, space and silence, time apart. But every step I took backward left a bruise on my heart. I confused your comfort with love and distance with peace. You love me best at a distance, when I stayed easy to lose. I didn't ask for reassurance or proof. You love me best at a distance, when I kept myself small. I was perfect in your memory, just not real at all. If I faded just enough, a distance, and now I finally see you didn't love who I was becoming. You loved who I used to be. You love me best at a distance, but love needs room to stay. I won't shrink myself in no absence just to be loved that way. I don't wanna be missed. I wanna be here. You said you needed time to breathe. I said okay, but stay too close. I watched you drift a little more every time I needed hope. You took space like it was air. I learned to wait, I learned to care. I counted days and half replies and called it love and called it fair. You said don't worry, I'm still here, but you were already somewhere else. You needed distance, I needed you. We were pulling in opposite ways. You found yourself in the silence, I lost myself in the space. You needed distance, I needed you. I stayed while you stepped back. I was reaching for your heartbeat while you were losing the track. You felt crowded by my care. I felt lonely by your calm. You said love should feel lighter, but it only felt gone. I tried not to ask for more, I tried not to need you out loud, but the less that you showed me, the harder my heart held on. I thought patience would save us, but it just taught me how to ache. You needed distance, I needed you. We spoke different kinds of pain. You healed by pulling away. I broke by staying the same. You needed distance, I needed you. And neither of us were wrong, but love doesn't last in the middle when the needs don't belong. If I loved you any quieter, would you have stayed? If you came back any closer, would I still feel afraid? We were trying to survive in opposite ways. You needed distance, I needed you, and that's how we fell apart. You found peace in the leaving, I lost mine in the start. You needed distance, I needed you, and now the truth is clear. Sometimes love ends slowly when no one's wrong, just not here. You needed distance, I needed you, needed you, I needed you, and that was the goodbye. We never knew how to say